Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our channel, Two Boys. And today is our naming ceremony for our vessel. So, when we purchased our vessel, Chuck, the person that we bought it off of, him and his father have always named their vessels the same name, Roving Seas. Mm-hmm. And we promised him we would give him that name back. And so today we are renaming her officially. We're going to show you one of her nameplates, but the back nameplate is currently covered up by our dinghy. So at some point we'll show you the back nameplate. It won't be in today's episode, but we'll show you the side nameplate, which looks very beautiful. They did a fantastic job on the woodwork. It looks so good. Probably a lot of the boaters that are watching our channel know what we're about ready to do. But we are going to ask Poseidon to please forget the old name of our vessel and to honor our new name. So I'm going to read this out loud, and I'm going to put in the new name. And then Joey, after we drop our champagne to Poseidon, Joey's going to talk a little bit about why we named it what we named it and a little bit more about the history. Okay, so O mighty and great ruler of the seas and ocean, to whom all ships and we who venture upon your vast domain are required to pay homage, I implore you in your graciousness to expunge the vessel name known as Roving Seas from your records, archives, and the ledger of the deep forever. As a token of our gratitude, we offer you this tribute. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, and then we go from east to west. Offer this tribute to Poseidon. All right. Thank you, Poseidon. All right, here's this. And we would like to introduce you to our new boat, Makani Kai.
Okay, so if we haven't mentioned it in a different video, I'm actually Native Hawaiian. I was born and raised in Hawaii and of Native Hawaiian ancestry. And for those not familiar with that culture, you know, it's an island culture in the Pacific. Boating is not just, you know, common and passed down, but it's spiritual, it's culturally significant, it's religious to certain extents. And while my family's not like a super water family, we're very, you know, proud to be Hawaiian and proud to perpetuate that. And nonetheless, me and Josh were in agreement. There was no convincing. We love the Hawaiian language, and it was just an automatic, not even a discussion, that we wanted to name this vessel a Hawaiian name when we renamed it. And so Makani Kai means sea breeze. Kai specifically is the ocean, you know, seawater, salt water. Mm-hmm. Makani refers to the wind. So together refers to, you know, the wind on the ocean, the sea, so sea breeze.
And we went through so many name options.
Yeah, that didn't come to us like immediately. We went through a lot. There's a lot of different factors with pronunciation and, you know, not just for like the viewers and paperwork, but also for ourselves. You know, we didn't want something too long, something too hard to spell.
Or too hard to pronounce. That was what I was worried about, is there were there's so many words that were so hard to pronounce. Like, we wanted to do something with the word pearl in it, but the Hawaiian word for pearl was like 7 syllables. And I was like, no one's gonna be able to pronounce the name of our vessel. And I was like, even though we still want to stay with the Hawaiian, we wanted it to be pronounceable, I think.
Yeah. And so I own a hard copy of the Hawaiian dictionary, so we got to actually put it to use, get some inspiration from that. We also very lucky to have a sister-in-law, Mickey, who studied Hawaiian language in college and in high school, and so she helped us out, making sure we were understanding things right, had the right, spelling and
Yeah,
all
we've
that.
sent her so many different options. We're like, what do you think about this? And she's like, no.
Yeah.
So our old vessel name, on our first vessel, we had a Chris Craft. It was a 1968 Chris Craft Commander.
Mm-hmm.
And the boat was already named a Hawaiian name when we purchased it. And it was kind of one of the reasons why we bought it. Because
It caught our eye, yeah.
The elderly couple that lived on it were in their 80s, and they had lived on it for over 20 years. And it was called Namako, which in Hawaiian language loosely means it's ours. And it was kind of like their homage of saying, this is what we want, that we've built our life to have this vessel. And it was so sweet when we took it over, and we put so much love in that. We remodeled it, and like, it's now on to its next owner years ago. So Makani Kai, just when we stumbled upon Sea Breeze, I was like, I just like the sound of that. It just sounds really regal. The other thing we can talk about is the font. So talk a little bit about, in Hawaiian culture, this font that is used, and why does everyone have like these jewelries with the names on it?
We didn't do tons of research on the accuracy of this, but just growing up in Hawaii, Hawaiian jewelry is very popular, and when we say that, it's specifically gold jewelry with a black Old English font with people's Hawaiians' names engraved on it. So a lot of women will have this as a bracelet. Men will have rings with maybe a letter or an initial on the ring. There's necklaces with pendants of gold plates with that black Old English font. So it's, I know back when we had our monarchy and newspapers were printed in Hawaiian, that was the font that was used. I'm assuming there's a connection there, but again, don't want to speak out of turn. But it's reminiscent, and that is the font we decided to go with, which you'll see on the side plate and the back when we finally have video footage of that. And
and we had so much fun with the vessel. What's the name of the company that put the name on the boat?
Oh, can't think of the
Vessel
name.
something.
I think Vessel Signage.
Oh, okay. So when we talked to the Vessel Signage company in Massachusetts, they were really excited about it too, and kind of they talked to us, and we kind of explained to them like this is kind of like native, like Hawaiian history, and so they outlined it in gold, and I really like that.
Yeah, because our vessel obviously isn't gold,
Yeah.
And when you put a name on a boat, it's not just a colored rectangle, so it's always the letters cut out. So we decided to do the black lettering with a gold background to it, so it keeps as much of the
it keeps as much as that. But let me also we also named our dinghy, and we're about ready to put the name on the dinghy, and let me go get the name for it, because it also is part of our Makani Kai. Let me go get the little sticker that we're putting on the dinghy here in the next day.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
Okay, so I actually bought this before the nameplate went on the back of the boat. So we are naming the dinghy. So obviously our boat is Makani Kai. Our dinghy is Lil Kai. So that is going to go on the side of each side of the dinghy, but it's going to be Little Kai. And I just thought that was so cute.
Yep.
And we did the same thing where we did the gold outline on it, but that is going to go on probably the next day or so. I haven't put it on yet because we've just been doing so much setup, and this week was actually my birthday, and there's going to be a birthday episode. So we really kind of relaxed a lot on the boat and tried to have some fun with it. We took it out a few times. But thank you so much. Thank you, Poseidon, for acknowledging the new name, and cheers to our new vessel. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week.